So advice for people who want to be the next Mary Kay Andrews. What should you do if you think you are a writer or want to be a writer? Because the one thing I've learned about you very quickly is just because you started in that newspaper, I think you had a novel marinating in your brain many years before.
I think the main thing you have to have is the desire. You know, the newsroom when I worked there was full of other people who were writing novels in secret. And I was part of a writers group. There were 4 or 5 of us, and we'd go to the Kimball House on Thursdays to have exchange chapters. I wasn't a better writer than any of them. They were way better writers than me. I wanted it more. I wanted it so bad that I set a goal for myself to write a book in a year. And the goal wasn't to sell it. It was to write it, to do that. And then, but the whole time I was doing that, I was tunneling out. So when a publicist brought an author into the newsroom on book tour, I would get myself assigned to interview them. And then after the interview was over, I'd say, now tell me about, I'm writing a book in secret. Tell me how to find an agent, blah, 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 blah. And so my part-time job was figuring out how to do that and saying it's not enough just to dream about it. You have to have concrete actions. And so a friend also from the paper taught me to scam a day. Her scam every day was going out and buying lottery dream books. You know, the dream books.
Oh, my grandmother had them and my mother had them.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, dream books. And she would play, and she was like, I'm going to go buy my dream book and I'm going to play my numbers. And then when I hit the number, I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to do this. And she said, every day you have to wake up and you have to have something to look forward to, a scam. So for me, it's like, ooh, it's a little bit subversive. I like that. So my scam would be maybe I would get myself assigned to interview an author in town on tour. Maybe I would go down to the newspaper's reference department and I would look up Writers Marketplace. Maybe I was writing query letters to agents or editors. But every day I needed to further my plan. I needed to have concrete steps.
Self-publishing. A lot of people start out that way.
Right.
Good or bad idea?
I think it's whatever works for different people. I've only been traditionally published. It's harder to get traditionally published these days. And there are certainly people who have made wildly successful careers out of being independently published, but it's such a small minority of people. And I always caution writers not to fall prey to scammers because there's so many of them out there. They'll have Facebook ads, you know, pay me this much money and you can do my Zoom call and I'll tell you all the secrets about the publishing business. That's not how it's done.
One thing I love about you is that you do writers' workshops.
I do.
And a lot of people don't do that. Why?
Because the very reason I just told you. I get so mad when I see scammers out there taking people's hard-earned money. They have such a passion and a dream, and they'll do anything to reach that dream, and it makes me mad. So I just taught at a workshop on Kauai, which was not a bad gig, I must say.
No.
I don't do as much as I used to because I'm on deadline. I'm never not on deadline. But when people ask me, I'll just say what I just said to you. Don't get scammed.